right, girls, let's talk housewives. First, let's talk into the mic. How about that? Let's talk housewives. So I haven't started Orange County yet this current season. As you probably heard, I'm in the deep depths of the depths of below deck. But I'm actually at season 11 now, so I'm almost like done. And anyway, focus. But I had put Jersey and Dubai off for a couple of weeks, but I said, let me catch up. I said, I've had enough of the boat for now. Let me go back to land. So I caught up. I was only like 2 or 3 episodes behind on Jersey. So let's start with Jersey. Let's just go. I haven't talked about Jersey this season, I don't think. Maybe I did like months ago, but I don't think so. So let's just kind of do a rundown of everybody and what they're up to. Margaret. Teresa is Teresa. Delusional, getting her kids involved in all the mess. Which, how do we feel about that? Like me, it makes me uncomfortable every time. I'm like, girlie, this is like, obviously, like now, like, her oldest daughter. I don't want to say her name. I don't want to be putting any kind of mess. I don't want to be like John Fuda. But like, Gia is like an adult, college age adult. So like she can make her own decisions. And also, like, obviously they grew up being on the show, so they're a little partial to it. But like the way Teresa like wraps her into the things, like, but at the same time I get it. It's like, well, I talked to my mom about what's going on in our lives, and I love to gossip and give my opinion on things. So I'm like, that I get, because I do the same thing. However, it's not like to the point where I'm getting involved in like talking to people. Like when she had her at the event and she like brought it up to Jen Fessler, I'm like, okay, now we're crossing the line a little bit. I'm like, do you want her in the main cast? It's kind of what it's giving. But yeah, but I'm not one to question one's parenting and their decisions. I'm sure the kids want to be involved and all that, so good for her, good for them. It just makes me uncomfortable because I don't want any lines to be crossed. Like, you can't talk crazy to, a child or about a child, so it's kind of unfair to get the children involved, because then if somebody does say something, then it's immediately too far, and so it's just like, let's just not even do that. But yeah, she's still being herself. Louis still being, a con artist, slimy, scary. Teresa still has this vendetta against Margaret and is trying to make us believe that everything is peachy keen. Her man is perfect. She don't know why this lady is suing him. Well, she does know why, because Margaret Joseph, the root of all evil, she says. When in reality, the problem is, I think she's blowing a little out of proportion. I don't think Margaret's like, working with the Secret Service or anything. But it is kind of giving, Margaret doesn't like have things to do. So, like, I wouldn't put it past her to like go and like be messy. Cause which, first of all, that's what they all do. It's the show. But like, Margaret especially doesn't got nothing going on. So I think, I shouldn't say that, but like, I wouldn't put it past her. I just don't think she did. And if she did, I don't think she's as involved as everybody is saying, but we're going to find out next week, allegedly. Let's see. Rachel, I'm enjoying. I like her. I like her, actually. I really do. I like the way she handles things. I like the way, she's very involved with her kids. And like talks to us about like what's going on and that and those kind of things. She's quite vulnerable, as as they're supposed to be. But I just like her. Her husband's cool too, for the most part. Getting a phone call. Her husband. Sorry, I had to return this. I'll return it later. Yeah, John. It's John. What was I going to say next? The problem is I don't know. Last night I was in bed and I was like, what are their names? The blonde and dark haired one. Now I know Rachel. The other one is Danielle. Okay, Danielle. I like Danielle. Danielle, she's got a lot going on. The fact, so that whole situation with Jen, when Jen pushed her, and then she knocked Jen upside the head with a drink. One, I feel like knocking her upside the head with the drink was fully valid. Like Jen, I don't like that Jen was like, oh, you know, she was pushed her, and then, oh, she's such a nasty, vile, disgusting, she's trash, she's dirt. She punched me in the face. It's like, really, you pushed her, you know? And like, yeah, she was kind of in your face, but that's what you do. That's what you all do, really. But like, you love getting in people's faces. And then you're in her face, and then you pushed her, and then she smacked you on the head. And like, you should have just taken that L and let that be what it is. Instead, you want everyone to rally behind you and treat you like a victim and defend you. When Danielle said something, oh my God, you guys heard what she said about me, and nobody stood up for me. That's because we thought you were a grown woman. Like, I like, she did that whole thing, right? Whining that Teresa needs to ride for her, yada, yada, yada. And then the next week's episode, she's at Rachel's house, whom Rachel was just saying terrible things about Teresa. So I'm confused. Which one is it? So like, that is weird. She's there, she's buddy hanging out with Melissa. So it's like, you can't really, you know, like, Jen, let's just, you got a little too buck. Then you got smacked in the face. Take the L. What else I want to talk about? So yeah, they'll figure it out. Next, also, like, I get what you're saying. Like, if we have a VIP area and you bring somebody, that doesn't mean that I have to allow them in if it's a VIP area. And that's like me. Like, if I, like, say what you want, but they are like public figures, and you really have to be careful with who you have around you in general, but especially then. So if she's trying to be comfortable and in her zone, don't bring someone that she has met once or twice to the VIP area. Like, everything is, I don't like that. I don't like how it's being spun. Danielle's like, you know, who was that? And like, kind of word to Mariah Carey, like, I don't know her doesn't always mean like I have no idea who the person is. It's just like, I just don't know anything about them. And so she's like, you know, like, who is this person? Like, why would she be in the VIP? I get it. Jen just wanted to start some mess because she's trying to, you know, she's like, this season we're not going to talk about her cheating husband, okay? We're not going to talk about why he's not in any scenes. We're not talking about his infidelity. We're not talking about any of that. Instead, we're just going to talk about anything else we can. We're going to talk about Teresa. We're going to talk about Margaret. We're going to talk about Danielle. We're going to talk about hairstylists and nail techs and everybody else. That way, we don't have to talk about my life. Jen, and I don't have anything positive to say, so I'm really not going to talk about her. Who else is on the show? Dolores. Dolores, if the man doesn't want to marry you, that's okay. I don't know what's going on in your life, like, or in your bedroom. Like, he could definitely be like, yeah, like, you know better. So you know if he's giving you sweet nothings or not. Hopefully, you're gorgeous. Love Dolores down. If y'all want to go in business together, great. It's confusing because the more you describe it, the more it sounds like you're kind of helping him out, helping him launch a business. He kind of needs maybe your money and resources, and even probably like fame, I guess, or like access. But he's proposing it as just like, oh, this is the biggest commitment we can make. Let's go into business together. Like, girly, people go into business with complete strangers every day. And if not complete strangers, very strained acquaintances. So like, that's not, you know, if you have a contract, you're good. It's probably harder to get a divorce than it is to get to dissolve the business. But he thought he ate with that one. Good luck to you. Hopefully I didn't miss anybody. I should put the cat's photo, but we got Jen Fessler coming around every now and then for nothing. But I like having her there because she's very just dramatic, and you could just tell she just wants to be on the show. And so she's just like, yeah, girl, I'm doing me. I kind of like Jen Fessler. Girl, Jackie. I feel like Jackie should let it go. Like, it's clear that you're not really like wanted around, which is tough. Like, it sucks and it's not nice, but it's the case. And you keep showing up anyway, and then getting mad that you're not that girl. And then like this blind allegiance, not a blind allegiance, but like this crazy new 180. I love Teresa Giudice. Judy J. She's never done anything wrong. She's the best person in all of the world. Oh my God, I love her. When Teresa's in the confessionals literally saying that she's playing you, it's embarrassing. And I just hope that maybe you're playing her too. I don't know. But I actually don't care, because I don't really like you either. Who do I like on this one? I like Dolores. I like Rachel and Danielle, which are crazy because Rachel and Danielle are the two newest. Oh my God, my bitch Melissa, duh. Queen Gorga, love her. Love Joe. Their kids, a mess. Love them. I love Melissa's family, and I like that this season especially. I mean, it's actually been the last few seasons, but this one especially, I feel like I love that, like, Melissa's storyline no longer revolves around like her relationship with Teresa. Like, obviously a large portion of the show, for a large portion, of the years it's been on, has been about the relationship between, the Gorgas and the Judy J's. But I think since like they've made that like clear line that we're not really discussing each other, like we're not really talking to each other anymore. Like this year we got to see a lot more about Melissa's family. We got to see her cousin's wedding, which was lovely, and even like the things leading up to the wedding, and like their like I'm telling you, it's like graduation and stuff. Like, it's just been really cool to like see her and her family as like a separate entity, and to see the way that they like welcomed in Joe and like have given him the family and the support that he's really been wanting and needing. I love Joe Gorga. I'm sorry. Like, I feel like he's just like really helpful and kind and loyal, and it's nice to see that be appreciated by other people, because like he obviously felt like he wasn't getting that from his like biological family, but like his friends and Melissa's friends and like Melissa's family really have embraced him, so that I enjoy. I don't know what all this noise is. It's getting on my nerves a little bit, so I think I might have to go. But I want to talk about Dubai. Okay, really quickly, Dubai. Ayan, she's hilarious. The first season, I was like, I hope this is like an act. I hope we're gonna get some depth. And soon enough, she gave us depth. And I just love her. Oh, I know what's happening. She's trying to get her food out of the little thing. Caroline Stanbury, she needs so much. She needs, let me try my Carolines together. Stanbury is the Caucasian one. Yes, with her young husband. I'm gonna Dubai in a separate video because I have a couple minutes left of this last episode, like literally like 2 or 3 minutes left, and then the new episode comes out on Wednesday, so I'll talk about that after I'll watch Wednesday's episode, because I have a lot to say, especially about Brooks and Stanbury and Lisa and Talene a little bit. Oh, and Sarah. So yeah, I gotta return this phone.